after this cutscene, which I haven't seen yet. It's going to be quite a bit, but
I
yeah,
have
it
no
won't be
choice
that
but
bad.
to accept.
It'll be very controversial.
I expected better of you, sister.
It was you who forbid me
I
from
gotta show the
Thunder's
menu.
drum, brother. Brother and sister? This is a little more complicated than I thought.
So many quests in
No,
this
it's
game, it's hard to keep up and track.
You will meet me at the Frost Figures, and I'll put a quick end to this mockery.
I'm not going to complain about the lock on the
I
game
suppose I
like
owe you
other
an
people do.
explanation.
I'm not going to complain about that.
Yeah. I suppose you do. So why didn't you tell me that you and Aratak are siblings?
I know
wouldn't
why
have to.
certain things are the way they are because I was a
I'm
developer
surprised
before.
Aratak brought it up in front of a stranger. He must
But
be
there's
very
certain
angry.
things in the game that make
the
it
best
so
I prefer the
the
company of
developers
spirits.
in certain some of the
Simply my
I
own.
know
I didn't
when
want you to
games like
think
this
of a
are
pilgrimage as
made,
some sort of
some
family
of the
squabble. It's
parts of the
much more
game
important
are
than
made
that.
by different people.
It's bold, I'll give you that.
So
Going
like,
after
you
your
know,
own
the
brother.
adventure is
He
done by
gave me
one
no
team, the writing's
choice.
done by another
He
team,
thinks I'm a
the graphics are
child
done
to be
by another
shoved to
part
the
of the team.
back of the
They're not
hunt.
all done
He
by
would
like, you
forbid
know,
me from
one
my
team.
destiny.
It's different people doing different things
Yet,
to make the whole game come together.
part of me did it
And something's
knowing
got to
he would forgive
sacrifice.
me eventually.
However, for games like this, in all games,
always does.
there's one central core director.
Family drama aside,
You and Aratak will hunt me.
nothing about this has been so far.
There's
You
one
meet us at the
central
starting
core
point.
director
I'll tell you more.
that looks at
There will
everything
be
and
some
see
bridge to
if it's
explain from the
okay.
base of the hills.
Araya, it's not about I want to know, but if we're gonna go through...
I like that you can skip the conversation. That's good. Because they talk a lot in this game. There's like no text in the game
Frost figures,
spoken by someone that is not actually verbally spoken. I think it's the first for games, in my opinion. Maybe Mass Effect had that, which probably was inspired by.
So, off to
Okay,
risk
here
my
we
life
go.
and
Here's what's
teach what
wrong
the new country.
with Horizon Zero Dawn.
Just what I always
Now,
wanted.
in the middle of making this, I'm sure Horizon Zero 2 or Horizon Zero Dawn, the next level or whatever it's called, is being made right now as I speak, and probably everything I say now will go on deaf ears, and it's probably too late to do so. But they need to they need to take into account these several things. Okay, so let's start off here. The menu. Okay, the menu, the UI, if you will. I'm going to speak industry terms so I can speak to the developers. Okay, the HUD slash UI is great. It's perfect. Top left, that's where the health bar usually is for most games. Bottom left also is a health bar for other games, but it works out well there. The compass in the game, honestly, in the top center of the screen for people that are not keeping up, it's a little bit disorienting where stuff is. It works as intended, but it's a little bit disorienting because sometimes the map will have things where in, like, let's just say for example, like right here, you have two choices, right? You go here, you have two choices, making it seem as if they're close together, right in between that Ravager, right? Hit the map button, go here, and over here, and where's that Ravager point? Where is that cool thing at? What is it? Is it like, yeah? I unpause it, and the settlement where the animals are, the robot animals, it's not there anymore. It confuses me. It's supposed to be somewhere in between this checkpoint and that checkpoint, but it's not there. Let me turn on, let me see machines. Okay, there it is. Okay, never mind. Okay, it works as intended. Okay, still, it doesn't make it seem as if everything's close together. Let me move on to the next one before you guys get pissed off. Bottom left of the screen. The HUD for this one is horrible. Okay, first of all, this part here is great. Call the animal, whistle, and rock throw. Okay, so in other games I played, you can take away things you're not using much, but in this game, hit the option button, and then you go into settings, and there's no way to turn off certain things that you don't want there. The reason why a player would want that is because to take out certain things because you're not going to use them. I understand the point of having whistle always there because you never know. But sometimes the player is not going to be doing that for a while, and or like he wants to do things his own way. Because in this game, you can call people over by running. You can call people over by doing this, like doing this out of the bush or whatever. Like they do it their own way. They don't want to. They don't want to use the whistle or flute. So having the option to take off this, and this would make cycling through this a lot easier. So I wonder why the developer chose to have these three things in one section, but then the other ones that are completely different in a random section. For example, this is a trap. This is defense, trap, defense, trap, health, defense. As you can see, that's not exactly a pattern here. You would think it would be, you know, defense, trap, and, no, it's not. It's random stuff here. So, and I don't like the way that this ice looks like this lightning. The only way you can, in the middle of a battle, and you're doing this, and you're doing this, you're doing this and that and everything, and you gotta like do this at the same time to scroll up to your wheel and everything. It's so annoying to do this and scroll to the wheel to exactly what you want. I want to get the health. Okay. Now I want to go over to the fire one. Okay. Oh, I missed it. Oh, okay. Over here. I want to go back to the health again. Oh, shh. Meanwhile, you're looking at the bottom of the screen there, and you're not like looking at the enemies around you at the same time. I'm like, maybe you can't click in there. Okay, maybe click in for the stick or whatever, but that would probably impede like movement or whatever. L1 brings up the wheel. This one probably aim. Can't do that one either. R1 can't do that either. They use pretty much every single button on here, dude. Square, no. Circle, no. Triangle. Triangle's doing nothing. There we go. Nothing entire game. Triangle, and then it pause the game, and then you can cycle to the wheel or whatever in slow motion or whatever, or pause the game entirely so you can get to what you want instead of like having to like in the middle of combat. Oh shit! I got it the entire time. And have the ability to remove like things you're probably not going to be using in the middle of battle. That way you can get to what you want in the wheel a lot faster. For example, I see an enemy over yonder, and they're a fire bellow. Just say they're a fire bellow. Fire bellows are you want to have fire protection, right? So I want this available, but I don't need this there. I don't need this there. So so it'd be a lot cooler if these three things weren't there. Four things weren't there. Maybe I don't want to use that one because it's fire. So that's 5 things right there. And then I don't want to use that either. I don't want to use that either. I don't want to use shock. Maybe I'll use shock there. So just 2 things, 3, and that's it. Like so. I want health. I want fire protection. And shock, maybe 3 things here. But the way that the game currently is, I have to cycle through all that stuff to get to exactly what I want. I see if, and then like let's just say there's multiple enemies. Okay, fine. I have fire protection, and I have ice protection. Okay, cool. I don't want this. I don't want the shock thing. I don't want the other traps there right now. If I want to do that, I'll go into my menu and then add it back on later on. Speaking of menus. The menu for this one it seems incomplete. I know that there's been a patch for the game, obviously, because there's DLC, but the patching, the way the structure is for the system, it seems incomplete. Once again, there are certain buttons, L2, R2, are not being used. Triangle button is not used. Square button is not used. I think circle button, yeah, okay, I had a feeling. So, certain buttons aren't used. Why that's important? Let's go over to any single category here. For some reason, resource is the only one that makes sense. Switch order. Oh, because I can switch the order properly? Switch order by item value, popularity, rarity up, rarity down, item value, sell popularity. What the fuck? Over here. You can't do that over here for some reason. The reason why I want to do that over here, because I want to separate the rarities a lot easier. The ones that I just got, the one, yeah, newest, the ones I just got, which is not here for this part's not here. So exclamation point maybe does something, but outfits, weapons, yada yada. Outfits, it looks like it's done by the order in which I got it, but the game doesn't tell you that. But the game should give you an option of at the minimum, newest, probably most used. That'd be great. Most used. So for example, for this one, this would be my most used, and then like second place would be this one at the current time, and then this would be right here, and then this would be right here, like the order used, and then this would be probably like right here, and etc. So like maybe this one would be like third place right here, and everything else would be like in order of like the time I got it or whatever, that kind of stuff there. So like order most used, so like newest, most used, rarest, and another category highest attack, that kind of stuff there. Stuff like that would be cool. Highest attack for this kind of stuff. So that would be good to have that one, but currently there is no options for that one. Also, another thing that I did not particularly like, I don't know why they didn't put that in the game. I know this is before Neo, but Neo got it right. It's this. You see this? This is an extremely rare item. You can get it again, but for some reason, the developers chose to not have a lock option. So you don't accidentally sell this. There should be a lock option for that. I don't know why they chose not to have that in the game. They definitely should have. Not that I did that, but I'm just saying, for other people, it may happen. So yeah. However, the game developers made it so like, whatever you do here in this thing is not exactly permanent. So if you accidentally sell something, you can like reload the game and then get it back. So at least there's that. But there should be a level of professionalism in which you do that kind of stuff. So having a lock on like a little star or whatever above it, that would work wonders. Traps and potions, this is that's fine. Making things, that's fine as well. Outfits, oh yeah, let me get the weapon stuff there. Why did it take all the way for me to do the damn DLC to finally like do something different with the damn spear? I was like 50 hours, very detailed, into the main game, and not a single mention of a new spear the entire time. Not electricity, not fire, not extra modifications, nothing. I had to do the Frozen Wilds DLC to finally get an upgrade to my spear in some way. As you can see, it's still blue. It's not even like purple or whatever. I'm like, it took forever to get that. I'm like, what's taking so long? Because I got the mod for it pretty early on in the game, and I got this way early in the game, but I had nothing to put it into because the maker of the game made it so this spear had no nodes to it. So it was just there doing nothing. Those mods were just there doing nothing. So like I was going to every quest I could there. I'm like, where is the damn new spear? And then it turns out online it's like 80% near the end of the game. I'm like, really? A simple, tiny little upgrade near the end of the game? Oh, the quests. Oh, here we go. I don't know what that. So like I think there was one that kind of ticked me off because it was so much for so little. There, this one. You had to do even if it was in your inventory, even, I don't think it could be, but like every single time you talk to this guy, Sawtooth, Blood of the Brent, Corruptor, yada yada yada, Stalker, Thunderjaw, yeah, over and over again. You have to go to him, bring it to him. You get a new mission, go to him, beat the thing, go to him, go back and do it again, back and forth, every single time. Every single time you do it, you get no experience, and you just, that's it. And then at the end, you get 5,000 experience points. As you can see, you get more experience points for doing a lot less stuff. That kind of thing. The rewards in the boxes are the rewards in the boxes are like whatever. Look how many shards I got. I'm playing on hard. Look how many shards I got. Uh, the ammo and everything, that's fine. The player should learn that you use merchants to get more items that burn and blaze. So you should really use the merchants to do that, so you don't have to waste any ammo in the middle of battle. So that's fine. So the main thing I would change for sure in Horizon Zero Dawn next. Horizon Zero Dawn sequel, I don't want to say next to it, like the next thing I'm going to talk about, but Horizon Zero Dawn sequel is this wheel over here. Had the option to take some of these away, so you can clearly go to what you want in the middle of battle instead of fumbling around into stuff you're not going to use. An option area to put these things in the order. Certain orders instead of just this one. You can have it for all of them. That way, have it so I can sell multiple green things at once. Come on, I don't know why they didn't put that in there. For the way it is now, you got to do one at a time. You can't you can't do multiple in resources. You could pick like a lot of them at once, like 10 or whatever in a row, and then just all at once. But for some reason, they didn't do that for modifications. Don't know why they chose that one. Skills, some of these I don't really use much or whatever. You gotta earn them, that's great. Let me just grab some stuff right here, because I'm gonna be getting into stuff here. There you go. I think there's a problem in one of the merchants too. Let me show you what the problem in the merchant is. We gotta use my map, because, I have to. Holy shit, did I turn the merchant off? Okay. At the top of the screen, merchants aren't seen for some reason. Yeah, even though they're near me, it's not been seen, so yeah, gotta put that on the old ticker right there, and there you go.
No more music.
The running speed of the character is great, by the way. Runs nice and fast. No bullshit, like stamina or whatever. Just keep it the way it is. Okay, the problem with the merchants is this. You, the player, don't know the max for the pack. All the packs. You don't know. You only can tell, thank you for at least doing this part. You only know, because there's another game I play that you don't even know how much you own. You only know how much you own. And you know how much it's going to give you with that 2 right there. It's going to give you 2-pack. So you have to know for every single one of these, the maximum. So this could be 30 maximum right now. I'm going to buy a pack of 5. But I don't know. Same thing with this one. Inventory full. Maybe 20 is my limit. Maybe 25 is my limit. Let me see here. Metal, I don't even have the shotgun thing. I don't use that. Freeze bomb pack. Is the max 12? Is the max 10? I don't know. So the game doesn't tell you about that part. Yeah, looking on the screen, it doesn't tell you about that one. So yeah, that's the thing with this one. Like what are you doing? Like you're just gambling and hoping you're gonna get more shards? Whatever with that one. The fact that you can reset the game to maybe get what you want, how useful is this one, like later on when you a lot of stuff anyway, so yeah, sell stuff here. As I'm going to point out to you, for this one you can go over here, let me see here, go over here, switch order into item by value. But I would like to go by what the seller wants, what the seller can take. Like at the top, this is what the seller can take. And another thing here, if if the seller doesn't want it, don't have it available. Merch not, don't have it available. Just I don't even want to see that. Just mark it not available. Let me go back to the way I had it originally. See, I want to have it so everything that is just sellable and has no other options, I wanted that at the top, but there's no option for that. So click over here, use my eyeballs, and just check around and see what looks like something is that, and that's it really. That's it for now. And lock on for there so I don't accidentally sell that, because I can do that and accidentally sell it. So yeah, those are things I would change with the game. The combat is fine. I think maybe this should be like an ability when you're fighting against the monster. It could be an ability that you earn. When she's standing your ground against the enemy, right? I don't know how they can implement it right now because I'm not really thinking about it. But like maybe you hold the button down or whatever, and you like go into like a extreme focus, like she like closes her eyes or whatever. The character, not you can still see the animal or whatever coming at you, maybe blurry or whatever, or like some sort of effect. And when it's coming at the character, she closes her eyes and then like dodges out the way at the last second there. And then like she can either ride on top of the beasts or like perfectly dodge out of the way, like gracefully go underneath it or go over the top of the enemy, and you can use your weapon shots to and then at that time the handling for the weapon that she chose goes to maximum, and she can just unload on the animal mechanical creature like in succession over and over again while she's in slow motion really quickly by doing like this. Stand in one place there, and then right before it hits you, and then like, you know, boop 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 boop, like that, with the like shooting a lot of arrows at the enemy all at once. Or maybe like she needs like a certain,
Can I go now?
get out. So like maybe like with a certain weapon she can do that.
If bandits have truly made camp at Stonemead,
Like a certain shotgun type, or a certain like an AK type, or maybe like a meditation she goes through, and she could do that with like
I'm tired.
reminds me of a girl I know. So like yeah, something like that, when like where she like closes her eyes and then she just jumps over an enemy and like just like shoots down at an enemy or whatever. That'd be, yeah, something like that. That'd be cool. Yeah, other than that, lock on for a game like this one would make things a little bit more fair, because like because it's not super important in the game like this, but like in a game like this, we have free control of the camera, which you need to. If you're like fighting like somewhere near a cliff or whatever, right? You're like, whoa, don't go over there, like, and like there are a bunch of enemies around you. At this point, I'm running away from an enemy right here, right? I can't see how far the cliff is, and then like in the middle of a battle, I'm like doing this one, I'm running this way, and then I die because I don't know if the cliff is right here. And if I had like a lock on camera right about here, I can easily like see an enemy like over, like go around the enemy like that one, and know there's a cliff over there and not go over there. But currently, I'm fighting an enemy. Oh my god! And then I freaking die because I go over a cliff. Yeah. So those are the things I would change for the future Horizon Zero game. That's it for now. Clack off.